Guys, today we're going to be talking about attractiveness. Yes, I've covered this in the past in my previous videos about, how women are usually only looking for attractive men. But, over time, I've changed my opinion. I've reanalyzed that video I've seen, what I've said and what I've not said. And, I'm coming to a new understanding on this subject. But the key point that I might want to share with you, I would like to share with you is that you are more attractive than you think, and this just not goes to all attractive people out there. This goes to average and bad looking people. Most people are average looking, and like the first thing they think about themselves when they get rejected by women are that they are unattractive, or they're broke, or it's their fault. But and then there's the other side of the coin where some people think that it's her loss or his loss. You know what I'm saying? So these are the two sides of confidence. One side is low esteem, and then the other side is just delusional. And in speaking in more of a self-improvement way, it's you would think that being delusional in some aspects of this situation would be better, in my opinion, because it is her loss, because at the end of the day you may have brought her something that she truly lost. I mean, relationships, they evolve dynamically over time, and there are other things that happen in a relationship. Your personality really shines, your character really shines when you go deeper into a relationship. So if you know what I'm saying. So the deeper you go into a relationship, your character develops. There's this I think it's called the Michelangelo effect, or the Michelangelo theorem, where the Michelangelo effect is where, when two people are in a relationship, they try to mold each other in the perfect versions of what they think they would look like. Do you understand what I'm saying? So let's say you're a guy, you're in a relationship with a girl. Over time, you are trying to mold her character. Over time, you're trying to mold her personality into what you believe is the perfect version of her, and she's doing the same to you. So character really shines in a long-term marathon type of situation. But again, getting your foot into the door, or getting your foot through the room, essentially, would require some level of attractiveness. Some men compensate by being rich, and some men compensate by looks maxing. Some men do that, and no matter what path you take, at the end of the day, what I've come to realize is people are not really taking themselves more seriously when it comes to attractiveness. And the biggest reason that I can think of is because we are so connected now. We live in 2024. And we are in the future. We live in 2024, we're in the future, and we are so connected. Like, if you just open Instagram and you go to the explore section, you will see some of the most beautiful people on the planet. And when you try to compare yourself to them, your self-esteem will obviously get fucked, right? Like, there was this Instagram model, or I think it was Kim Kardashian. She said that if you want to check your ego, just open the explore page of Instagram, and voila, you're checked right there. So what's your move there? But in essence, when you think about this, you're not really getting checked in anything, right? See, my analogy would be, or my metaphor, or my story would be 200-300 years ago, 1700, 1600 BC. People lived in small towns and villages. There was no internet, there was no mass communication, there was no opening Instagram and seeing millions of people at the point of your touch. So people only saw a certain amount of people during their lifetime, not just during their day. Some people just came in contact to a certain amount of people they would see every day for the rest of their life, except, barring merchants, travelers, pirates, explorers. These people, they're traveling the world, so they'll see more people. So people were very small-knit, connected, and they just saw the same people every day, except, the travelers, the explorers, and whatnot. So in essence, there would be one or two Chads in that whole town, 2-3 Chads, and a couple of hot-looking women, right? And everybody is average. So these Chads, they would just hook up with whatever women they wanted, and everybody got they got their share of the cake, if you understand what I'm saying. But now that women have gotten connected so well with everybody on the planet, right? If you're a very beautiful woman on this planet and you want to go to Dubai, all you have to do is make an Instagram account and all the sheikhs will be DMing you to take you to Dubai, right? So this is not about, there's no restraint over, this community that's holding us together now, because we have gone global. We are going global now, guys. So this is impacting a social dynamic social dynamic of relationships, where you think that where back in 1700s there would be 2-3 Chads, and you'd be like, wow, this guy's good looking, and he's fucking all these girls. Damn, okay. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna go get a girl myself. Well, that's pretty easy because there's not much competition. Women are not on Instagram scrolling, seeing the next richest guy and saying, hey, DM me, I'm coming to Dubai. Or shit, Chad, hey, what's up, new Chad? Hey, what's up, new Chad? So do you understand what I'm saying? Everybody essentially got the share of their cake. There was also arranged marriage, and there was also a lot more other factors at play. But the globalization of humanity has impacted the relationship dynamics in a very high magnitude manner, and especially women, their options have gone out of control in this department, and that has a direct influence on us men, and especially people who are average looking and ugly looking. When they see these Chads and rich dudes with any woman they want, and all the women around them look at that same stuff and they're like, well, why the fuck should I hook up with him? Well, I can just click on Tinder, swipe, oh, he's rich. Hello, right? So this is what I'm trying to say. The options, once your options increase, there are side effects. And I'm not sure about men, but women especially, since this is about men going into a relationship with women, right? Because I wouldn't be making relationship advice for women because I don't have any experience as a woman, and they have it very easy, so they don't really need advice there. I'm just making relationship advice for you guys. So in essence, the options women have increased in magnitudes of order. You gotta try to grasp the scale of going from a 1700 peasant, good-looking girl who's working on the farm all day, and she goes to the market and she sees, a couple of Chads and a couple of average dudes and a couple of ugly dudes, and she's like, I guess I'll go hook up with him, or I guess I'll hook up with him. Whereas now it's like, God damn, we need this guy. God damn, we need this guy. Oh shit, a new guy. And they'll keep hopping to the next guy, fulfilling their hedonistic desires. And I'm not saying that all women are like that, but on average, globalization is moving us to this point. And coming back to the theme of this video, it's not your loss when she rejects you. And your self-esteem shouldn't take a hit because on average you are still more attractive, or you're still more attractive compared to the people around you. Like, let's say you're walking down the street, no Instagram, Tinder, no social media, you're just walking down the street. How many Chads and Stacys do you actually see? How many good-looking women, how many good-looking guys do you actually see? Very rare. Good-looking people are very rare. So again, without the internet, there wouldn't be this problem of self-esteem taking a hit, right? This is why people are recommending, or people are going on social media detox, and just like staying away from social media, because in essence we know the truth that we are comparing ourselves to other people, and that is having a negative effect on ourselves, right? So internet has kind of ruined things in this department, but again, this doesn't mean internet should be shut down, right? It's mass communication. We're going into the future. So essentially what can be done is realizing that it's not your loss. And when I say that, you need to believe it, right? When you're in a relationship, when you go to a woman and she says, no, well, I don't like you, do not think that it's because you are not attractive or it's because you're not rich. Again, on average, if you take the people around you, you're probably gonna be better looking than you think, right? You have to be severely disfigured, right? Like there are people with disabilities. These guys are also rare. People with disabilities are rare as well, same as people with good looking are rare, right? When you fall in the average, there's this thing that's called the benchmark beauty and subjective beauty. When we're talking about the average, and again, I'm speaking to the average in this video, my audience as an average, right? You're an average looking guy. You probably think you're ugly because you're not getting any girl or you're not getting any pussy. And when it comes to speaking about average, there is this thing called subjective beauty, and I can confirm that, right? Because in an average population, when nobody is too good or nobody's too bad, women are now looking for certain features that make them horny, right? Maybe it's hunter eyes, maybe it's the jawline, maybe it's like anything, maybe it's beard, maybe it's long hair, maybe it's blue eyes, maybe it's really black eyes, right? This dynamic evolves when there's nothing too good or nothing too bad. Like people just go into a subjective mind where when they're seeing the same average people every day, they start noticing certain features they're attracted to. So best believe you have attractive features because you're in the average population, right? I'm not talking about the bad looking people or the good looking people, just the average population. And statistics says that most of the people who come to this video will be average. Again, when I say average, do not think you're bad looking, you're good in the middle of good looking and bad looking. This means there's a possibility you might find a girl who enjoys your feature. Subjective looks only come into play in an average population. I'm trying to put forward a new idea here, right? And then there is obviously a benchmark beauty, right? When we're talking about the top supermodels, the top actors in Hollywood and Bollywood or whatever wood in the world, right? When we're talking about the top of the cream of the crop, then we're talking about a benchmark, right? This benchmark we have developed over evolution, right? And now we can solidify this benchmark using social media. When we see when you go to the explore page and when you see the top 0.0001% of humanity, we can solidly say, right, there is a benchmark there when there's two good looking people and bad looking people in play. So there is a benchmark that people are trying to reach. And again, looks can only be enhanced so much. Looks maxing can only be done so much. Your features are genetic and you won't be able to change them that much. Mewing, shaving, growing a beard and whatnot, going to the gym, increasing testosterone, all these things will only enhance the features you have, right? So when you look at these benchmarks, you shouldn't think that you're ugly because again, you're playing in a different field and these guys are in a different field, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? These guys are dealing with their own things and you're dealing with your own things. And again, at the end of the day, when it comes to women, it will not be your loss because you will find women that like certain features that you have, right? Some women, believe it or not, are into short guys. Okay, I know it's a provocative statement, right? It's going to make you think, right? Like, is this guy telling the truth? Who the fuck likes short guys? But I can guarantee you, some girl out there has a fetish for short guys. Right, it's in the realm of possibilities because we know fetishes exist, right? So there is this thing where subjective beauty is real, and all you need to do is keep trying. So towards the end of this video, I'm gonna just say that you shouldn't give up because you think you're less attractive. You should tone down on the self-criticism, especially on things you cannot control. Let's say you're going to the gym, your looks maxing, you're getting a shave, or growing a beard, or getting a haircut, right? All these things, right? These are enhancing your features, and you shouldn't think negatively when women are not looking at you, women are not, approaching you, or not talking to you, not holding a conversation and whatnot. There shouldn't be a self-criticism sexism because, as I said, this woman probably prefers shorter guys and you're probably 6'5", right? Again, I'm not. What I'm saying is probably crazy, but it could be true. Subjectiveness is probably applied on the population as a whole, and again, humanity is the sum of its average. So there are a lot of women with subjective horniness towards guys and their features. Again, the problem that I'm gonna leave you guys with is that with Tinder, with Instagram, with whatever, right? The hypergamous nature of women is truly out of control. So that's something I'm working on right now. Like, is there a solution to that? And quite frankly, it's a dead end because, as I said, place yourself as a really hot girl. Let's say you're in the 0.5% of humanity, right? You're like when somebody goes to your profile picture and sees you out of every girl, they're gonna click on your picture and you're gonna be the most mind-blowing girl someone has ever come across. Wouldn't you want to take advantage of that? This is just human greed and nature, right? So I don't really think we can overturn or have a solution to this phenomena of options that women are exploring now. So really, it's just human nature, right? If you're really rich, why the fuck would you not buy a Bugatti because you're really rich, right? So again, this is human nature and nothing can stop it. The only solution that I'm putting forward to you, if you're an average or even bad looking guy, is that you are more attractive than you think. It's just the internet has ruined everything. And with that, I'm going to leave you with all these questions and thoughts. I'll see you next time.